welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Gia. I'm so excited to make my first video ever, and I can't wait for you guys to see how I got this amazing look. I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself. So I am a MAC artist, and I also went to Makeup Designer, which is a school in New York City to learn how to do makeup, and I also freelance. So if you guys want to check out my Instagram, I'll put it down below, and I can't wait for you guys to watch. Hey guys, so first I'm going to start out by prepping the skin with Max Fix Plus. This is going to hydrate my skin and get my face ready for makeup. So next I'm going to put on the Fast Response Eye Cream from MAC. This is the only thing that gets rid of any puffiness under my eyes. So what I like to do is put it right on the back of my hand to warm it up, and then I'm just going to take my middle finger and I'm going to apply this under my eye, and you can tap it right on it. And I swear this works really well. Next, I'm going to take the strobe cream from MAC also, and I'm going to put this all over the skin to give myself an extra glow. I'm just going to warm it up in my fingers again, and I'm going to put this all over the skin. Now, if you're really oily, I would skip this step just because you might look like a disco ball. But I am extremely dry, so it works for me. Now, as you can tell, you just see like a really beautiful glow. My skin looks really luminous. Next, I'm going to take my Studio Fix fluid, also from MAC. I'm going to start by blending this into the skin. So next, I'm going to take the Studio Fix 24-Hour Smooth Concealer. I've tried like a lot of concealers, and I just feel like this is the only one that doesn't crease throughout the day, especially because I'm dry. I like to be careful with which concealers that I choose. So I kind of just make a couple lines in my face, down the center of my nose, a little bit on the forehead, and then usually my chin. And then I also take my Beauty Blender again, and then I just start blending it all into the skin. So just a quick tip, when you're blending out your concealer, you wanna go up and give yourself a lift. If you're bringing concealer all the way down your face, you might make yourself look even more tired than awake. So now I'm gonna take my powder. I use the Fenty Beauty powder and shade Butter. So I like to take a little bit. Like I said, I'm dry, so I don't like to use a lot. And I'm going to push this into the skin, just to ensure that my concealer stays on even longer and that it's more smooth than the other side. If you can see the difference, this just looks really smooth, and then this side looks a little bit more dewy. So now I'm gonna take my Studio Fix powder from MAC, and I just take like a brush that's this side. This is actually from Morphe, it's the E3 brush, and I'm going to tap this everywhere else on my skin. I really love this powder. It does give a little extra coverage. So if you're somebody who's a little bit more natural, you could totally skip this step. And I also like to bring it down my neck because I'm a little pale. So let's get on to bronzer and blush. I'm gonna use Laura Mercier's bronzer in shade 3. It looks like this. And then I'm also going to use Desert Rose from MAC and Flora Power, also from MAC. And I like to mix these two together. But first I'm gonna start with bronzer, and I take an angle brush. This is also from Morphe. It's the E4 brush. So you don't want to bring the bronzer too far down. So I'm going to go like this. And if it's easier for you, you can really suck in your cheeks. And I really like to work this into the skin. And then I take it to the tops of my forehead. And now I'm going to repeat this step on the other side. So if you think the blush is too harsh, you can always just take your brush again. You can wipe it off on your hand or on a tissue and just kind of just go over it and really just buff it more into the skin. And if it's still a little bit too much, because sometimes blush can be like, you know, very vibrant, you can just go over it with a Beauty Blender and just kind of soak it into the skin. Next, I'm gonna grab my highlight. So I'm grabbing Whisper of Guilt. This is also from MAC. It's a little beaten up. I've had it for a couple of years. And I'm gonna also take another Morphe brush. This is the M451 brush. collaboration with Becky G and ColourPop. I really love ColourPop's eyeshadow palettes. They're truly amazing. And then I'm gonna start off by putting Luna all over my lid. I'm going to take, it can be a flat brush or an angle brush, and I'm going to put this all over my lids. And this does not have to be precise. This just kind of has to, it's gonna start us off before we put our darker shade in our crease, just to have everything kind of blend a little bit more seamlessly. Next, I'm just gonna take a big fluffy brush. This is from Morphe, this is the M441. And I'm going to take the next shade, this is called Cafecito. And I'm only gonna put this in the outer corners of my eyes. And I like to have my eye open while I do this so that I can really see my crease. So the same color that we use in the outer corner, which again is Cafecito, I'm going to put on a smaller brush like this, and I'm going to focus it on the outer corners of my eye. So right here, and then under the eye. Now I'm just gonna pop a brown liner on. This is actually from MAC. It's called Brown Border. But you can do any brown liner. I'm gonna go on the outer corners again and just kind of smoke it out even more. It doesn't have to be too perfect. So I decided to put a little glitter on the inner corner. That's also from the palette. It's this shade right here. I also put on lashes, and now I'm just gonna put on a lip. So I used Honey Love, Strip Down, and Fashion Scoop to get this look. So this is the finished look. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm just gonna set my face again with the Fix Plus. Guys, this is the finished look. I hope that you guys really enjoyed it. This was my first ever YouTube video, and I can't wait to do more every Sunday. So subscribe and like my channel, and I'll see you guys on Sunday.